Edition rebuild. This is Lachlan the Football Fanatic 2612 here. In this one, it's not an actual rebuild. This is a Crows 4 in a row Premiership Challenge to see if the Crows can win 4 premierships in a row. They seem to be in prime position to win 4 flags in a row. Got a lot of the contract situation sorted for the players. Matt Crouch has hung up the boats in real life. As we were noting that as also Tex Walker and Brodie Smith, they're also likely to retire at the end of the season. Let's adjust the lineup for the first pre-season game against the Western Bolt against St Kilda. Got to start a few for this one. Got to put Sligo in over Crouch. Got to get Draper in. It's only the first pre-season game against Footscrubb against St Kilda. And bada bing, 53 points the final margin. This is a likely team for round 1. Got to get Malera in for a bit of defensive reinforcement. Got to get some deep, going a bit more defensive for this game against the Saints. Got to get Murray in over Barts. That resulted in a 103-point win. Jordan Dawson, he racked up 203 on fantasy. Matty Greenwood, 167 on fantasy. They'll be up there with amongst the votes. And the bad news is Dan Curtin's out with an injury. Get the Crows some good accommodation and good flights to accommodate our trip to Melbourne for the game against the Bombers. Oh no, now we got O'Brien out as well. We'll probably play Stride in the ruck for this one against the Bombers. Let's get Neil Bullen in. Also, we got the return to Jaden Bevel. And a 157-point demolition win against the Bombers. The Matty Greenwood show is continuing to carry momentum within the week. Good news is we got Dan Curtin back from injury for this one against North Melbourne. You know what? It's time to give Draper a full run, so I'm putting. It's a controversial call, really, making Peatling the substitute. Butts is playing in this SANFL game. We'll play McAndrew in the ruck for this one. Pedler's into the SANFL side. So too is Chase Jones. Got to give a run to as many first teamers out there as possible. Scheinberg. We'll give them a go on the SANFL for this one. We'll give Zach Taylor a run. We'll give them a gig over Shoal. And we get a 113-point win over West Adelaide. And we beat North Melbourne in the AFL. One day later by 11 points. Oh no, Ben Keys is out for 14 to 15 weeks. Heading into the Suns game in Gold Coast. Cummings out as well. We've got a few injury concerns heading into this one. Well, so let's give Oscar Ryan a run, and also let's give Barry a run. This one. We'll make Peatling the substitute. Let's also give Charlie Edwards a run here. And so we get a 62-point win over the Gold Coast Suns. So we get Sid Draper in the SANFL team for the first time. Scholl comes in. Scholl comes into the SANFL side. So I reckon we'll play Toby Murray for this one. Give him a run as a backup ruck. And a 63-point win over North Adelaide. thanks to a very good performance from Chris Burgess. Well, we got a gather round game against the Cats coming up. It's going to be tough to see how we go without Greenwood, without our star man, Matty Greenwood. We've got Isaac coming back into this one against the Cats. Make Taylor the substitute. 65-point win over the Cats. Another dominant display from Ethan Broadwood. And Saligo's out injured as well. With Saligo out, let's give Brody Smith a run for this one against the Giants. Add a bit of veteran experience. Draper's the substitute. On his return from injury, Riley O'Brien comes back through the SANFL. To a 16-point win over Glenelg. Good. The good news is we got Bond back and we got Greenwood back. And we're on the winners list for the 6th time in a row. We start the year off 6-0. Before we go to Perth. To verse the Fremantle Dockers. Oh dear, Stephen Tahana has done his injury while playing in an Adelaide Footy League game for Salisbury. Draper out of the side, meaning we got Greenwood back. Let's bring back O'Brien for the game against Fremantle. So that means Strawn will be back for the SANFL. Draper gets a gig in the SANFL this week. Let's give Tex a run and let's give Tex this SANFL game. Braden Cook comes in. This is rare. Tex Walker coming back in this through the reserves. Jones comes in for Bart. Coming into the side while Murray comes in for Butts. $47-point win in the AFL against the Dockers. With Murray and Laird out injured. But Saligo and Borlace are back. And we sustain a 91-point win ourselves against Woodville West Torrens Eagles. Oh no, now we got Shelley out as well. We just can't seem to catch a break with injuries right now. We'll give Pedler a run. Butsy can come in. So we also get Saligo back. We'll give Smithers a go in the SANFL for this one. So we're playing Cumberland for this one in the SANFL. Then hang on a minute, he's out still. Oh, well, at least we get Jay Boyle into the lineup for this one. Same with Ball Ace. That's where our winning run comes to an end. And we're versing the legs. But oh well, let the SANFL side keep winning. Strawn's out injured in the SANFL as well. At least we get Nick Murray back for the game against the Power. We also get Texan back for this one. Draper gets his first showdown run. Cumming comes in as well. This is a bit of a controversial call, really. We get Murray in, and we also get McAndrew in for this one. Smithers is getting a game in the SANFL. Train keeps rolling for the SANFL, boys. 7 weeks, 7 games, 7 wins. And the AFL boys got it done too. Laird comes back in the side for the AFL. So we're chucking Jaden Bebel back in the midfield for this one. To give us a 74-point win on the Indigenous round against Collingwood. We've got no Curtin and no O'Brien. Jeez, we don't have much luck with injuries. See ya. So we get our new SANFL recruit in, Luke English. Neon's re-signed for the Crows reserves. So too is Hazeman. We also bring back Saxon Evans. Now we get Shelley back from injury for this one against the Eagles. Since he was out for a while, can't risk him to get back in the AFL side straight away. Thorthorpe comes in for Curvin. Put myself back up right for this one. Murphy comes in as well for the game against West Coast. We got O'Leary's in. Hang on, we're bringing English into the SANFL team for the first time. To give us a 9-point win over Sturt. And we get a 99-point win ourselves in the main game against West Coast. We decided to put Thorthorpe in the ruck for this game. We're going to be travelling to Sydney for this one against the Swannies. Let's adjust the lineup. Welcome back, Rochelle. Also, welcome back, O'Brien. Barry's in for the game against Sydney. And we got a last gasp win over Sydney. Even though our SANFL team had a bye. Got a break this week. Nan Curvis is the sub. Then hang on a minute. We'll save him to the last round. We're giving Tex the run for this one and making Taylor the substitute. How did this end? How did this game end?
Listen, it's called
Bloody
connecting.
YouTube ad.
It's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore. I don't.
Play the clip. Deja vu from last year. That was how we summed up the Crows Brisbane game. Deja vu from last year. When that game was a draw. Cumberland comes in. Lockie Murphy's back in the side for the SANFL. That puts Billy Dowling in the midfield. Got to get Drury back in. More of a viable replacement for Cumberland. And we've given South Adelaide an absolute reality check in Noarlunga. Next up, we get Hawthorn in Tasmania. We got Charlie Edwards back from injury for this game. After a while, we're giving Matt Crouch a run for this game. And it did enough to get us the points. 6 points against Hawthorn. Now we've got no Alex Neil-Bolland for this game. Craig's getting a run against Central District. That did our chances no harm. With a 150-point win. And we get no Burgess for this. We got no Burgess for our SANFL game. We got Fogarty back and we got Strawn back. Walker's back in for this game against the Tigers. So too is Fogarty. And so too is Berry. Charlie Edwards is in the side for this one. So is Matty Crouch. That puts Blake Drury at centre-half forward. We'll play Toby Murray up forward for this game against the Roosters. Crows win by over 100 points in the SANFL. Looks like we might win the SANFL premiership. We could win the SANFL this season. Well, we lost by 12 points against my old side, Richmond. And we get no Dawson, which is bad news. We've lost the skipper. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Matty Greenwood is our acting captain for this one against Melbourne. Crouch is the substitute. We get Neil-Bolland back through the SANFL this week. They give him a run. Burgess comes in. Edwards is playing. Well, we nearly lost against the Eagles. But luckily, Sydney Stack gave us a fighting chance. Right, he's a great SANFL player for us. He was a good AFL player before all the troubles happened to him. Casey's back. Let's pick the lineup. We just can't seem to catch a break right now with injuries. But at least we get some players back. At least we're getting some players back at the right nick of time. We're bringing some pretty good players back into the SANFL side. We've done well enough to beat Glenelg. Chris Burgess nearly got 10. He almost looked like Chris Modra. To top it off, the May side won by 81 against the Dogs. What a good time to be a Crows fan. We got no Peatling. You also got Murphy in that sub role. Crows Reserves won by 74 against the Bloods. Sid Draper continues to dominate. However, our May side continue to dominate as well. How long is Dowling going to be out for? 5 to 6 weeks. Don't have much money left. Oh no, we've got no Broadwood. Meanwhile, our Curvis is in a sub role for the first time this is in the side for the first time this year. SANFL win by 99 points. AFL win by 59 points. Oh well, at least we got some players back from injury at the right time once again. Oh man, when are some of the players coming back from injury? Crows got a win over the Redlegs in the SANFL. AFL, we give Hawthorn a 50-point defeat. It came at a price. Good news is we got Fogarty back for this one. We all remember Burgess played in this one. And this is rare. Myself in the SANFL. this one. I came back at the right time for the SANFL game. And we continue where we left off in the AFL. We get some players back at the right time. We got Captain Dawson back. We got the captain back. I'm back too. It's a big ensign for the game against Collingwood. Also on the comeback trial goes Curtin. Murphy's the sub. And we're also selecting our first AFL women's lineup of the season. Add to that, we're also picking the SANFL side as well. Got some big ends for sample. We've got Zach Taylor. Sam Barry comes back from the SANFL. We get a huge win ourselves against Centrals. And we win huge against Collingwood. To top it off, the AFL women's side win. Their first game of the new season against St Kilda. Kieran Stroud's back from injury for this one for the Crows. So is Hugh Bond and Luke English. We've already got the minor premiership wrapped up. You know, let's give the SANFL guys, let's give the main guys a bit of a break. Let's give some of the SANFL players a run for the game against North Melbourne. Wouldn't hurt giving the sample guys a run. Let's Seymour in the lineup for this one. We'll play Pedler. Play him in for Rankin. Who else can we play for this one? Burjo. As we'll be giving some of the main guys a bit of a rest heading into the finals. Cook's in, Taylor's in. Murphy's been promoted from his sub role. Carl Gallagher gets his first gig in the AFL. So too does Toby Murray. Let's put Neil Bullen in the midfield. And let's give Welsh a run up for. Let's give Welsh a run to see what he can do. Play another youngster, Draper. We're playing a few youngsters here for this one. Berry. We'll put him in for Broadwood. Put you Bond in for kick out. And Rory Laird. Could this be the strategy? That could still help us beat North. We've got no Hatchard for this one. We'll play Louise in this one. Give Marlin a run in the... Let's give Marlin a run in the midfield. Rashid make a debut. And I'll play Freiner for this one. Put Tynan in up forward. We lost. We lost our AFL game against North. Well, we needed that. That's what happens when we basically play our second team. Let's see how our second team will fare against Sturt. With most of these players out. They got most of the first team. They got most of that team out. Most of that first team's out. Play Evans. We'll play Saxon Evans for this one. Williston Donnybrook's legend. Strawn to get a run. O'Leary. Nick Murray to get a run for this one. We play Wimpress. This for this SNFL game. Connor West to have a go up forward. We got the job done against Sturt. We lost our AFL women's game against Geelong by just 5 points. How many players have we played so far in the home and away season? We still need to play Dowling and Schoenberg at times. Seems fair to give most of our guys that opportunity. Unlike real life, and it's when we got Jada Bebel back for the finals game. Louise comes in for gold. Our women's side get a win over the Giants. Most of our guys are back from injury. Well, it's time to get the first team back in. It was fun to experiment the second team. In times like these, you got to get the main team back in. See what we can do. See what the main team can do. Michael Annie's back. Let's give Dowling a run in the AFL finals game against Skip Dowling will run as a sub. O'Brien back in the ruck. We'll get Shelley back up forward. Also, we got Rankin back in the side for this one. Oh, we've got Keys back. Broadwood's back. Bebble's back. Rankin's back. Saligo's back too. Get some defensive reinforcement and get Malera back. And who else is back? Matty Greenwood. We get Greenwood back as well. Broadwood's back as well. And guess who else is back? It's Tex. Let's give him a rest so he can come back for the next final. That's what happens when we were too smart. That's what happens when we were too clever. Too clever. That's what happens when we were too clever with our lineup choices. Let's hope the SANFL finals can actually give us a boost. Boyle comes in for Stack. As we've rested so many of our senior players, that's what cost us in the qualifying final. If we didn't rest too many players, we would have won. That's all it boiled down to. Edwards, Taylor. We're bringing back the I think the SANFL's even bringing back their star players for this one. Welsh comes in for Cumberland. He comes in for Evans. Braden Cook comes back in for the Williston Donnybrooks legend. And the Crows reserves got the win in our week off. The winner and the AFLW get the job done against Brisbane. Oh no, now we got our All-Australian defender Worrell out as well. So we're playing Seymour down back for this one. Just standard recovery period for this one for fatigue. We got Hawthorn in the AFLW. Now we got Abby Ballard out for this one. Bringing in Tynan. The AFLW get it done again. We are in the SANFL Grand Final for the first ever time. How good does it feel? So we get Sydney Stack back for this game. Can the SANFL team win their first ever premiership? And we'll see you soon in part 2 for this Dynasty video.